Hi, welcome to Freezer Meals 101. I'm Charla.
I'm Christy.
Today we are making sheet pan meals.
Yay!
And we did a video a couple weeks ago now where we provided a PDF for you guys so that you could cook along with us. So you had the recipes and the shopping list and even the printable labels.
Ooh, labels!
Ooh. And so we decided it was so much fun and we got great feedback from you. We love hearing from you. So we're doing it again, but with freezer to sheet pan meals.
Yes, so this is our no fuss sheet pan freezer meals list. In the PDF, you will find recipes for pesto chicken and vegetables, sheet pan chicken fajitas, Cajun sausage and root vegetables,
Yum.
beef and broccoli, my favorite, sweet and sour meatballs. Don't get me wrong, they're good too.
No offense to the sweet and sour
No offense to
meatballs.
the sweet and sour meatballs. I kind of shunned them there. I didn't mean to, but I'm pretty excited about the beef and broccoli. We don't get to do a lot of broccoli because somebody's allergic.
It's true. So my beef and broccoli is being given to a family that we know that could use some extra meals right now.
So what you'll find in the PDF is a prep list. See, I have little check marks there for all the prep that I did this morning. And then the recipes. And to start it all off, even though it's at the end, the shopping list. So that it's already done for you. We're taking off the mental load of the mental load.
Exactly. And then you get these in your freezer. Oh, and you put the labels on them, which are also in there.
That's the
Beautiful
last
labels.
page.
And then you don't have to think about what's for dinner. And we also chose a lot of variety as far as like the proteins and things go. So this can do you for a week, except that we have made it so you're doing 2 of every recipe, which we are also doing today. It'll look like we're doing like 1 because we're doing 1 filming this way and 1 overhead. So, but you'll see that we'll end up with 2 of each. And you will end up with 2 of each, meaning you'll have 2 weeks worth of meals, which is going to be amazing.
Amazing. Awesome. Well, let's get started. What are we going to start with?
Pesto chicken and vegetables. So we've got
Excellent.
4 chicken breasts in here.
Yes, ma'am. I'm going to get these out of the way, and we'll come back to you later. It's okay to talk to your food. Like, hello.
Okay, we're gonna read you what's in here and then put it in so it doesn't make so much noise. But just so you know, you can make these a little faster than we're making them because you don't have to talk while you're making them.
It's true. We do slow down ourselves a lot. We are speed demons normally, but we're enjoying our time with you instead.
Yes.
That's all right. 4 chicken breasts. Check. 6 ounces of pesto, a zucchini diced, 2 carrots peeled and diced, 12 ounces of kernel corn, a can of corn, drained, a cup of chicken broth, 1 packet of dry ranch seasoning. Did you know you could buy this just like this? And you can buy it in bulk. We don't have any in bulk today. We got the packet. There's 3 tablespoons in there. And optional, a half to 1 cup of Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are kind of hard to measure, so.
And I like Brussels sprouts, so we put a little more than a cup in there.
And this is the easiest part. We're just gonna dump it all in the bag and smoosh it around. Begin.
It's okay, yes. And for the ranch seasoning, like Christy said, you can buy it in bulk. So we get ours from Bulk Barn and it's cheaper that way. Today, we just happen to not have done that. So that's the packet.
That's the packet. That's okay. 6 ounces of pesto. I'm gonna guess that this is more than 6 ounces.
Yeah.
It's 218 milliliters.
So let's measure.
Yeah. It'll be about 2/3 of a cup.
You might be wrong. Oh, no, you're right. It is not. This is probably 1 cup, like 8 ounces.
Well, 250 milliliters would be 1 cup. So pretty close. Yeah.
Math is not my thing. Has never been
We don't
my
need
thing.
no stinking math.
So I'm using half of these carrots, right? And
Half of the
other one?
carrots,
Okay.
because I prepped enough to go into 1 cup of chicken broth, and I'm gonna use, look at this, I'm gonna like rinse it out so we get all of that pesto goodness.
Yum. Woo.
And check.
Perfect.
Zucchini.
Oh, I forgot my zucchini. So how much zucchini?
1 cup. Well, 1 zucchini diced. So half of this, basically. That's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
Because you came home with an extra zucchini after I prepped some. So that's
They were
okay.
big zucchinis.
They were big
So
zucchinis.
we're just going to have some extra zucchini because what the heck.
This is good.
And easy as that, we have our first sheet pan meal done like dinner. All right. Oh, did I mention that it's a really pretty one? I'm going to show you in a second here. It's true.
It's true.
Okay. Oh, you have to get out all the extra air that you possibly can because air causes a freezer burn. I know I say that in every video, but in case it's the first time you're joining us,
Welcome.
yes.
And you need to know about the freezer burn.
Yes, it causes freezer burn if you've got air in there. So get your air out. And if you're new, subscribe because, yeah. Okay, this is, wait, I gotta show you how pretty this is.
It is pretty.
Give me a second. Is that not beautiful?
Ta-da!
And
Oh,
the more colorful it is, the healthier it is.
it's true. All right. The label, which has the cooking instructions on it, so it says pesto, chicken, and vegetables. Instructions are thaw, lay everything out on a baking sheet that's been prepped with aluminum foil. Bake at 375 for 40 minutes.
Just like that, you've got dinner, and hopefully you were making 2 while we made that one because it's so fast just to have your 2 bags out and put everything, like dump everything in both bags. And so you've got 2 dinners. Way to go, high five. So for this sheet pan fajitas, now how fun is that? Super easy to make it.
Super easy.
And less dishes. Everybody loves having less dishes.
Mm-hmm.
So we've already cut into strips the boneless, skinless chicken. So that's there. And then we're doing salt, pepper, green pepper, red pepper, yellow pepper, purple onion. This is another one that's going to be super colorful and pretty, which just makes me happy. I feel like I'm feeding my family healthy when that happens, and I love that.
I know. It's so good. Okay, throw the salt and pepper in there.
Okay.
Let's do the olive oil now so that it coats nice on the chicken.
Perfect.
All right. I'm doing 3 tablespoons.
And great. Perfect.
I just made
I'm
it
going
up.
to squish it for a second. So it coats the chicken so that when we add the fajita seasoning, it'll coat better.
Do 2 to 3 tablespoons.
Okay.
3 cloves of garlic, which is kind of just a big blob on the tablespoon.
Yep.
And half of that bowl and half of this bowl.
Okay, awesome.
Oops. And then we're done. Sliced onions and tricolor green peppers. Fancy.
So on the day that you serve this, you can add, you want to do it in flour tortillas, or you can do gluten-free tortillas if you are gluten-free, so you can do corn. But with corn, they don't roll quite as nicely, so you have to either heat them up first or get the corn flour blend, which defeats the purpose of the gluten-free, I understand.
Or find yourself a nice little abuela that can make fresh ones for you.
Sure.
Yeah.
That will work too.
That's what I do for pierogies. You go find yourself a baba that makes you fresh pierogies and cabbage rolls. I could go find an abuela for some tortillas. And this is it.
That's it.
That's it. Load her up. On the day of cooking, you're gonna thaw it. Place the bag of ingredients on a cookie sheet in a single layer. You can do the aluminum foil, but it doesn't say so in these instructions. That's okay. Bake at 425 for 20 minutes. Serve on flour or corn tortillas with additional toppings.
All right. That was
a
more
two-person
complicated
job
than it
today.
needed to be. Okay. Beautiful, healthy, colorful rainbow.
Rainbow. The best part about the labels that it does have the cooking instructions on it. It has the label of what it is. because it's nice because often you don't have the recipe right in front of you when you go to make it that day, but also you can gift these. Charlotte's a wonderful gifter, more than me, but you seem to know more people that need them than me. But it is nice because you can just go to your freezer. Somebody had a baby, go to your freezer, you give them a freezer meal. Somebody broke their leg, you go to freezer, you give them a freezer meal. And somebody is going through chemo, you can go to the freezer and give them a freezer meal. And it's a wonderful gift to give to
when people are moving, like nobody complains when you give them a freezer meal. They're happy.
That single mom down the street that seems like she's just losing her mind every day at the kids, give her a freezer meal.
Yes.
That lady needs a break.
Whoever looks overwhelmed in your circle, or even not in your circle, seriously, we have given freezer meals to people that we hardly know or don't know or just know of.
Neighbors sometimes, you know?
So
it's good.
Yeah,
it's
great
a nice
gift.
thing to have.
Okay, what's our next one?
We're doing Cajun sausage and root vegetables, and you're gonna love this one. Do you know why? It's pretty.
Okay, this one is not quite as colorful as
a little more
the last
monochromatic.
two, but it's still a really healthy one. So we are doing in this one smoked garlic sausage ring sliced. So here where we live, we call that Ukrainian sausage
or kubasa.
Yeah, which apparently people other places pronounce it kielbasa. So now we know. They say we pronounce it wrong, but actually we just pronounce it how we pronounce it where we live. So
where all the Ukrainians live.
Right.
Canada has a huge Ukrainian population, so that's why we talk about pierogies.
Yeah,
probably
all the
more
time.
than other people. Yes.
What do we have? Zucchini,
coarsely chopped,
sweet potato, butternut squash, olive oil, Cajun seasoning, salt, and that's it. Now, when I first made this, I was like, that's not a lot of seasoning and there's not a lot of sauce, and I don't know if that's going to be good. But the flavor from the garlic sausage gets on everything, and yum.
I'm going to get your Cajun seasoning. Back to your regular programming.
We're back. Okay, so I'm going to do the seasonings first.
There's no measurement on the Cajun seasoning, so I want you to go with your heart.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Half the zucchini.
I feel like you're my cooking instructor because you're
I
standing
am. I'm
next
so
to
bossy today, too.
the home ec teacher.
Right?
Like, do this, put this in here. Nope, not that much.
Half of this. No, I always think it's like we're on a news show and you have the celebrity chef come in and work with the anchor, and they're creating these fabulous things.
So you are the celebrity chef and I am the anchor.
Apparently, I'm the celebrity chef and Charlotte is the anchor. It wouldn't fit in the bag's getting pretty full. There's not a lot of ingredients here, but boy is it full and colorful. And it's really good, honestly.
Woo.
Maybe I'll have this one tonight too.
These sheet pan thingies, the nice thing is that they're almost like a casserole in that you really don't have to make anything else. Like you can, for the meatball one, you could make rice or whatever, but a lot of them, like, you don't really need anything else.
This has the sweet potato in it.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. And so there's your carb. You have the butternut squash, which is a vegetable, but I would say it's a pretty carby vegetable. And then you have your zucchini, which is another kind of squash, with your sausage. It's a full meal, really.
This one I'm gonna give it a shake first before I take the air out.
It's like we're at the beach.
Yep.
Good. We're such dorks.
Yep. That's great. Okay. Oh, look it. It's.
Say it.
It is so pretty, though. I'm sorry. I need to get new adjectives for you guys. But it is. It's beautiful. Okay. Because this one has such giant chunks, it is harder to get the air out of. So, just a little tip. no matter what you do, I mean, you can use a vacuum sealer, you can stick a straw down there and suck the air out. Like, there's ways you can do this better than what I'm doing. But because you're not going to be able to get as much air out unless you take those measures, this might be one of the ones that you want to eat first. Like, you might want to eat this in the next few weeks, as opposed to, like, they'll last 3 months in your freezer. So, but just because there's going to be a little bit of air in here, I just know that this is one of the ones I'm going to put closer to the top. So just a little tip.
This one, Cajun sausage and root vegetables, we will thaw. You will spread it on a baking sheet. You will bake at 400 for 35 minutes, and it will be perfect. Next is beef and broccoli.
You get to put the stuff in.
Oh, I'm going to put the stuff in.
I can't touch broccoli, and I mean,
Okay.
I'm not going to have anaphylactic reaction being this close to it or anything. I just shouldn't touch it and then touch other things and accidentally
Fair.
ingest it.
Let's do the saucy stuff first.
Yeah.
Because it'll be bulky once the broccoli's in.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
We are
Lay it on me.
doing 1.5 pounds beef stir fry strips, 5 cups of broccoli. Is that 5? Oh, that's okay.
It's almost 8, but
So we're kind of doing like 4 cups of broccoli-ish.
no, it's almost 8.
Oh, we're doing a lot of broccoli.
The bags were big. The one bag was big, so if we split it in half, it's a lot of broccoli. So it's a little more than the 5 cups, but we're gonna do lots of
She
broccoli.
likes broccoli, so it's good. 1/2 cup of low sodium soy sauce, 3 cloves of minced ginger or garlic, sorry. We use this like giant thing of minced garlic because it saves us a step. If you want to peel your garlic cloves and put them through the mincer and whatever, you do you, that's fine. But we're gonna save ourselves a little bit of time here and also a little bit of our fingers smelling like garlic.
And that's one thing when you're only doing a few freezer meals, but lots of times, I don't know if you've seen any of our mega ones. Let's put a link up.
Yeah.
And we don't have time to mince our garlic, so we
No.
just buy the pre-minced.
If you're doing 150 freezer meals over the course of 2 days,
You deserve to let yourself buy some minced garlic in a jar. It's okay.
exactly. Okay, 3 tablespoons honey, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, 2 tablespoons sesame oil, 2 tablespoons rice vinegar, 2 teaspoons ginger. We also save a step on the ginger, and we buy it in this this
Squeezy tubes.
squeezy tube, which Christy says is like toothpaste.
It's like a toothpaste squeezy tube.
And 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon pepper, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper. We're probably gonna put a little more than that, but you know, whatever. And you're gonna throw this all in the bag, but we're gonna do it so that we've got all the seasonings and sauces first, and then we'll put the broccoli in, just so we can mix it around a little better.
Low sodium soy sauce. So it says that in the recipe. We're going to take it seriously because tell them about egg roll in a bowl.
So we have an egg roll in a bowl recipe, which is amazing. And,
amazing.
ooh, I'm gonna put a link right there again, different link this time, in another setup like this where you can get the whole recipes, PDF, whatever, and it has egg roll in a bowl in it. And that recipe, when we first made it, was way too salty, like way too salty. So I adapted the recipe and I made it so that you used less soy sauce, and it was good, it was better. It was still a little salty. So we just adapted it again to use low sodium soy sauce, and now spot on. So
We just had it. I just had it on Saturday, and my son wasn't home, and it's got a bag of coleslaw in it. It's probably not his thing. And so, the rice vinegar. But my husband and my daughter really, really enjoyed it.
It's a good one, and it's kind of one of those ones where like it heats up so fast in the skillet, like you can have supper on the stove in 15 minutes.
You totally can. I was sewing. They were outside mowing, and I was inside sewing. I was making a costume. My daughter is Belle in the school production of Beauty and the Beast. And
She's going to be amazing.
she's going to be amazing. The princess costume that they had wasn't super princessy, so we had to zhuzh it up a bit. I was grateful that my mom taught me how to sew.
Okay, now I have to give you guys these cooking instructions. Although, if you went down below into the description and grabbed your free PDF, you've got the cooking instructions. So go do that now. But the day you cook this, you're gonna make a little bit of slurry with some cornstarch and water and add that in.
Are you?
Yep.
Yes, you are.
So,
Oh, did I put that on here? I did. I even put that on the labels.
yay. So you can also top it with green onions and sesame seeds.
Beef and broccoli. Getting up to them. We have different methods for getting the air out, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And it's always been like that.
And both work.
They really do, because there we have it. All right. Oh, looks so good. Okay. And now the label with all the instructions. Like, look at that. There's a lot of instructions on the label. Okay. That's a big honkin' piece of broccoli. I'm going to put it down here.
Yep.
Just because the broccoli's in the way. Ta-da!
It's beautiful.
It is. Look at all that color.
It's not quite as colorful as the other ones, but I hope it doesn't feel bad.
All right, let's set up for meatballs. Sweet and sour meatballs are next. We're starting out with 2 pounds of frozen meatballs. Remember when we said we could skip steps? That's one of the steps you can skip. You can buy frozen meatballs. They're like everywhere, literally. So go ahead and buy yourself some frozen meatballs. They're pre-cooked, they're good.
If you want to make your own, there's some really good recipes that Christy did on our channel.
Yes, I did make... I made sweet and sour meatballs. That was one of them. So
Yep.
This is a sheet pan sweet and sour meatball.
Different recipe.
Yeah. And so this has the meatballs, 1 cup of green beans frozen, 1 onion sliced. Can you hear that in the background? That's Charlotte's cat trying to get in. We don't let her in on freezer meal days. Poor Willow. 14 ounces of pineapple slices. So a drink can of pineapple slices. Brown sugar packed, 2 tablespoons of flour, half a cup of vinegar, 1/4 cup of water, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a tablespoon of ketchup, and our freezer bag here. So we're gonna put all of the stuff in here and all the sauce in the bowl, and we're gonna pre-mix and then dump it in with the stuff.
Is this for...
Yeah,
Okay.
that's 2 tablespoons of flour. I pre-measured,
Perfect.
like we're on that cooking channel or the anchor for the anchor.
Right. Okay, so we're mixing this together.
And I'm gonna put the onions in the meatballs, I mean.
And
I need the measuring cup, so I'm gonna give you the
vinegar.
vinegar next.
Is this the whole thing?
Mhm.
Vinegar? Okay.
Half a cup. Someday you should make a video of just me making weird noises.
I added to the bloopers stuff last night.
Did you?
So,
I need a 1/4 cup of water, so I'm going over here.
these are so loud.
I was thinking maybe we should just get
plastic ones
for videos. We both have the same set. They're really nice. In fact, when I met Charlotte, she had these beautiful measuring spoons, and I had honest to goodness like envy over them. I had measuring spoon envy. So the next Epicure party that I went to, I bought myself some. Now we both have them.
I have multiple sets.
Yeah, she does.
It's only because we have a mega sized family and we do these mega cooking sessions.
And sometimes, like where's the measuring spoons? It's like there's not enough. The ketchup. Did you get the ketchup out?
Right.
Heinz had a factory in Ontario, maybe Quebec. You might have to Wikipedia this, I'm not sure. Where they had a factory, and we used all Canadian tomatoes and everything, and we made our Heinz ketchup here in Canada, and then they closed up that factory. And so French's Mustard was down the road, and they're like, wait a minute. We can hire all those workers and buy all those farmers' tomatoes and just make our own ketchup. What's more Canadian than that? So they went ahead and made their own ketchup that's just as good as Heinz. And now I'm a little bit loyal to it because they saved all those people's jobs.
That's true.
Now, Heinz has come back into Canada, and so they're back in competition with French's, but I do buy the French's.
Well, there you go. A Canadian love story.
That's a Canadian feel-good story.
Sugar, and ketchup's got sugar, and so this is like not the healthiest. But what I'm saying is, like, it, and you can skip this one, and or you can change the sauce, or you can whatever, like whatever you're comfortable with. But it's okay to have like a really like a treat meal once in a while, right? And we've got these recipes here that have almost no sugar in most of them, or none in some, and so it's about balance. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's about balance. And at the end of the day, you put this with maybe some brown rice, and you do better and you do best.
And
that's okay.
If you're getting your kids to eat pineapple and green beans, then
and onions,
yes,
you put sugar on it.
Then, that's a win.
It's okay.
So we're kind of all about the balance and trying to make it so you can actually do these things.
Totally.
And hey, it's better than fast food drive-thru.
Cheaper too. Smush it around, and then again, it's different techniques, right?
Yep.
I always seal it with lots of air in it, and then I mix it around, and then I take the air out. That's just how I like to do it. Oh, looks so yummy. Ooh, green bean escaped.
We got an escapee.
In you go. All right. And I like to open it up in the middle.
Oh,
isn't that funny?
That is different techniques.
You should do a video and tell us how you close a bag. We used to do a straw, me and my friend Jamie. Shout out to Jamie out in New Brunswick. Miss you, girl. And she would put a straw in there.
Yep.
Suck it out.
My husband sometimes does that with these
Look at that.
meals.
Isn't that nice looking?
It's
That's
pretty.
good.
Okay, these are kind of beautiful. This.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I almost forgot the label. Travesties are happening here today.
I worked hard on these.
Yes,
Thaw, place all ingredients on a single layer on a cookie sheet, lined with parchment paper, not the tin foil. We're going with parchment. Bake at 400 for 20 to 30 minutes.
See, these come together so fast on the day you make them. If you've got to run out to soccer, or you've got ball or piano lessons for your kids, or whatever it is you've got going on tonight, you can get this supper on the table. Thank you for joining us today. This is a lot of fun, and you have ended up, hopefully, if you've cooked along with us, which makes it more fun, with 10 sheet pan freezer meals.
This is going to be awesome. I'm so excited about these.
And
There's a good
so
variety in
much
there.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're going to put a link right there to the Freezer Meals 101 Club. So much fun, but better than fun. It is time-saving, money-saving, and most important of all, sanity-saving.
Mm-hmm.
So come check that out. Join us there. And thank you for coming today.
We're glad to have you here, and we're glad to cook with you.
Happy cooking.